a glass box around her and she'll break the glass. If you try to cage her in, she'll light the match. Oh, she's like an animal, it's in her blood. She will turn every chain into dust, into dust, into dust. Like the wind is free, like the water's deep. She's a burning rush. If you try to take what is anything, watch it turn her life into dust, into
Hey guys, this is Andre once again from Trap Nation. Hope you're all having an incredible year so far. With the success of the last mix we did, I want to do another one, but this time where we showcase our label Lowly Palace. Just a reminder as well, all music in this mix is free to use on YouTube if you include the artist's socials and a streaming or download link to the song in the description. That's enough talking for now though. Enjoy the mix, everyone.
She been in your bedroom, I know that. Feeling her on your skin. Think I don't know where your head's at. Where do I begin? Wrapping your fingers around her. Late at night, drinking. You let it linger, you couldn't quit. I think I'll leave it all behind. Love
my nerve. Forward thinking got me moving my head backward. It's been so long since I felt this. I blame it on your winding hips. What I wouldn't do to taste the grooves of your lips. Left foot, right foot, turn around. Keep that whole shit underground. What I wouldn't do to say you call me home now. Left foot, right foot, turn around. Keep that whole shit underground. What I wouldn't do to feel your skin to mine now. I just breathe it in, save my breath. Never know when I need it next. I'll lose it all, hear you call. Ain't it strange, darling, you never know. Never seem to leave my head. You run this town, I paint it red. Confided in you now, I wish you knew what I meant. Cause I know your thoughts and you know mine. We're flexible, we chose to be blind. But is it such a stress to call you one of my kind? Left foot, right foot, turn around. Keep that whole shit underground. What I wouldn't do to say you call me home now. Left foot, right foot, turn around. Keep that whole shit underground. What I wouldn't do to feel your skin to mine now. I just breathe it in, save my breath. Never know when I need it next. Lose it all, hear you call.
Just you and I flying high. I wish together in the sky. We're just living life. See your face in the flashing lights. Your cold eyes, dope in your veins. You're going down in flames. Just you and I flying high. I wish together in the sky. We're just living life. See your face in the flashing lights. Your cold eyes, dope in your veins. You're going down in flames. Just you and I flying high. I wish together in the sky. We're just living life. See your face in the flashing lights. Your cold eyes, dope in your veins. You're going down in flames.
Me and you, mimosa. Drink it up. Sip and pull you closer. Like these waves in my cup. Travel far from over. Cause I can't get enough. Come on in, the water's fine. Oh, yeah. If you take the first step, oh, no, you'll find that the tide is getting high. But I'm holding you so tight. So you can sway with the palms and the pines while you sing to the sky. Get a breath of the fresh air. Just you and I in the back of your mind. Or you can dance in the sand with the drink in your hand. But baby, I'm all set and we lie. Cause loving you is paradise. You're my own oasis. Spill the sun on my skin. Taking your vibration. Wanna feel you again. Faded conversation. Only place I exist. Come on and the water's fine. Yeah. If you take the first step, oh, no, you'll find that the tide is getting high. But I'm holding you so tight. So you can sway with the palms and the pines while you sing to the sky. Get a breath of the fresh air. Just you and I in the back of your mind. Or you can dance in the sand with the drink in your hand. But baby, I'm all set and we lie. Cause loving you is paradise. Cause loving you is paradise, so paradise. Cause loving you is paradise, so paradise, yeah. Loving you is paradise, so paradise. Loving you is paradise, so paradise.
I saw you standing there and I knew I'm done for, it's over, I'm through. Oh, and playing games from the start. No, sinking your nails in my heart. No, you bring out the world. nothing, no nothing can change you. No, I decided to play when I knew you were fire. No, it started off warm, but now I hear the choir. Yeah. Who do you think you are? Leaving your keys in my car. No, you bring out the worst in me. Oh, you bring out the worst in me.
They think I've got no reason to give myself a right to share what I believe in. Ooh, they say I've got an issue, always on the edge, cause I don't trust. But I don't need your word on what I'm into. A freak into my ego, forbidden if I make it mainstream. And I don't need to wake up to your whisper, forget it with some liquor. Damned if I ever have dreams, but I've got that wildfire head. And I've got that wildfire, and I've got that wildfire head. Who's acting moody? Ayya, ayya. I've been trying to find my way back, trying to get in there ASAP. Why don't you get out of my way fast? Ayya, ayya, ayya. I know you're here with somebody, but I'm going home with that body. Yeah, so tell her she can move. I really wanna move that body, move that body, body, move that body, yeah. When did she become your go-to? I guess she's me without the attitude. It's time to put her in your rear view. Ayya, ayya. Looks like you need to be rescued. You're asking what's next on the menu, but she's sticking to you like glue. Ayya, ayya, ayya. I know you're here with somebody, but I'm going home with that body. Yeah, so tell her she can move. I really wanna move that body, move that body.
Falling back, yeah, I keep falling back. Oh, 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 oh. Try to give it up, I try to let it all go. Oh, oh. I think I need you, think I can live without all of your flaws and all of your ups and downs. I really need you to work this out for me. Now I'm back at square one and there's no turning back to what we were and all we had. Ain't nothing I can do about that. I know I let you down. I'm back at square one and there's no turning back to what we were and all we had. Ain't nothing I can do about that. I know I let you down. I know I let you down. How we had it back home, oh, oh, oh. We had it all back then. How was I to know? I think I need you, think I can live without all of your flaws and all of your ups and downs. I really need you to work this out for me. Now I'm back at square one and there's no turning back to what we were and all we had. Ain't nothing I can do about that. I know I let you down. I'm back at square one and there's no turning
Feel like a gamble, I pay the price. Thought I could handle something undefined. Give me a reason to raise the stakes, 'cause I can't walk away. You keep taking the upper hand and you're leaving me exposed. I don't think I stand a chance when your feelings never show. Your love is a wild card, folding is the hard part. I don't know if you'll hold me or leave me here feeling lonely. Your love is a wild card, can't let this go too far. I don't know if you'll hold me or break my heart, 'cause your love is a wild card. Always came now, back for round two.
Payback
Your team
time.
is banning.
I've been waiting
Your
for too
team
long.
is banning.
All right. Hello, guys, ladies and gentlemen. I think we are back again as for the long-awaited grand finals of the Winter Showdown Series 1. And here we are on to the finals. This is going to be a best of 5, by the way. And of course, the two teams that have managed to bring out to come
I am a
today
daughter of
to
Northern
the
Vale.
very
Your
last
team
to
is
make
swear to
their
protect
last
it till my
chance
last breath.
to
Your
get the
team
champion
is banned.
title is
by
going to be
Lantern
Leaf
Flight.
Esports going against ZOHUNT in this best of 5 series. And of
Fight.
course, we already
Fight
can
for the
see that the
ultimate
draft
answer. Is banning.
is already set in. But first of all, let us introduce ourselves. We are going to have all casters today and going to be joined by Sarah, of course, and we will directly head into the drafting phase here.
Well, hello and good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, because this is Leaf Esports who actually managed to defeat Team Peak into the semis and are right now facing Team Zohan. Zohan has been pretty much undefeated so far into the championship, except for a few throws that they pulled off thanks to their own skills. But tonight, I hope that they will be avoiding those kind of mistakes.
clouds are
For
ever
now,
shifting,
into the draft
but this
with
heart
both
remains
Karsa,
steadfast.
Freya, and Hilda Vance. And for now, we can see the Sora, Jushin, and a carry band from the side of Zohan. So we'll have to see what the first pick could be. There could be a Brock pick coming in pretty easily, and that's just one of the standard roamers being picked up by all of the teams. Like we could see an Eve as well, but I feel like Brock is just a much more
Your
safer.
team
Rhino
is picking.
online.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ilu might have just picked up the lead here until the later part, at least third phase. Not the third phase, the third pick for the lead to. That's why they are so willing to let go of the Grok. But one thing about Johan is that they do have the Kadita that's completely left open, because we talked about the Kadita because it's mid lane. And
Valor and
is very,
royalty
very
in a
focused onto
dead
the
body.
Kadita if he wants to play into the early stages of the game. But you know, one thing. Okay, there we go. That's
The
the Kadita
southern
and
seas
the
are
Nord
my
for Lady. Yeah.
domain.
One thing I'm pretty sure about these two teams is that they do understand what to ban, because Hilda and Freya is such a no-brainer ban against Johan.
Exactly. I mean, just like Kalida and Leomar, it's just two so
See
standard picks
value in me?
into the jungle and mid for
You
them.
should.
Team Leafs well should have seen it coming though. But Ariza onto that Fredrin, he has been spamming that quite a lot. And maybe we see the Arlot once again coming in from SAR. That's a
Oh,
possibility. He had it banned in only one of the games, but so far he has been spamming it away as much as he possibly can.
My kiss.
Onto the
Your
yeah,
team
oh no,
is picking.
okay, that's something new. That's gonna be
Or
Alice.
very early Alice, by the way, and you usually see an Alice into the later part of the drafting phase.
them
not
play
this
the
early on,
hero.
but
Your
still,
team
I
is
will
I
be
was
the
gonna
banning.
talk
truth
about
this
the
world
Yuzhong here,
desperately
right? Because
needs.
for picking up the Elise, it kind of stopped the Yuzhong to come through, but Johan they doesn't really care. They're just gonna be picking up the Yuzhong against the Elise. It could be a no case pick into the team fight, but I'm pretty sure into the later part of the game he might eventually struggle out. But for the side of Johan here, they should bend away another marksman, see if they want to. The CC can come through as well, but wait, they also need a marksman for
Crowned
themselves,
by
right? They
heaven's
have the Harris
mandate,
Your team
my
and a god
legacy
that can
shall
still be valid.
endure.
Exactly. So they do need a marksman. I think since the carry has been taken out already, that only leaves the Claude as an option to melt down the Fredrin Alice as well as the Grok. That's a bit of a risk I'm seeing there. And if they decide to go in for the Esmeralda on towards their gold lane, that's gonna make
Mm,
things even harder. Even the CC would work out so well onto the gold side.
Come on,
yeah.
Even the
Dexter.
Lapu could
It's our
work out.
Your
Wow.
showtime.
team
Yeah,
is
see,
banning.
they take away the Claude.
Yeah.
Maybe they take away the Harriet or the Moscow up
Yeah.
next. So what is Prime gonna be left with to counter that kind of a drop? A Beatrix doesn't work. A
No.
Mia doesn't work. Obviously.
Yeah.
So what exactly is going to be melting down those frontliners?
I'm pretty unsure what Prime has is in his packets. The Granger is the only option he could go for. But then again, like you said, Granger is not really the best case scenario in this one full tanky lineup. They need a Shredder, and I'm pretty sure Leaf might eventually ban out the CC or the Harris, so he can choose the either one from that. And the fact that for Leaf they still ban away the Cloud, even though they have the at least already is a mad respect for this hero in
Magic is
particular.
my life.
Wow.
Your team is
Okay,
banning.
Johan,
Wow.
they
Okay.
okay. This is fight of goal laners now, Sarah.
Literally a goal lane war coming in this game. What is Cloverian gonna ban? Is he gonna ban out the Moscow as well? Take out any oh no, okay.
Your team
Finally,
is
finally a non-goal lane.
undone.
It's gonna be
The champion's spirit
Your
alone
team is
reigns
oh
banning.
no, that's
supreme.
gonna be an instant Ranger lock. But can he melt down all those people? That's gonna be the question. He does have the Leomord and the Yuzhong in front of him, but the amount of dive potential and the amount of sustain that side of Leave Esports have. Imagine they go in for something like a Uranus into the goal lane.
Mm,
Then the
yeah.
Ranger, then Prime is gonna be like, "Who am I supposed to kill? Everyone's just gonna be jumping on me."
Yeah, and he's gonna have too much on his plate too. And I haven't seen any bursty composition. Not that anyone squishy yet for the side of Leave that can be deleted instantly by mid lane here. And I do know that they're gonna be needing out the Kimi, but
Time to
Always
take the
trust
wheel.
the
marksman. Okay, there we
message
go.
from your
This is much
soul.
better here. The
Oh,
Lunox
okay.
have tons of
Far better.
survivability.
Yes.
Yeah, especially against the Kadita, right? But I am pretty much unsure about Claverian's pick here. Moskov could have worked. Of course, it's gonna be struggling just a little bit. But then again, the Bruno, I think they just wanna neutralize onto this gold lane now. So it means that they just wanna go into the later part of the game where they can farm up. But now, should this be a Khalid?
It is a possibility. I feel like the Khalid should be a very valid choice against the Lunox and the Bruno and the Grok as well. Um, hmm.
But it's
So,
Ilu, right?
Yeah, it's Ilu. But Khalid is not that much of his classic choice.
Yeah.
Gotta
From the
cut.
forge of
I
creation,
mean, it works
I
out.
am
Yeah,
the bastion
that's
of order.
for him. That's works out better and everything. And it's better to catch the Lunox and the Bruno as well because they're on the Purify. If you see.
The thing that I would prefer the Khalid, the reason why I would prefer the Khalid here instead of the Gatot is that the look, the Lunox, right, and the Elise is gonna have to struggle against these two in particular. He's not gonna be having the best time of his life with the Gatot Gacha here because at least for the Khalid he do have a little bit of mobility where he can escape and the survivability as well. So this kind of makes sense here. Now they wanna go for for an initiation for the dragon and then a re-engagement from the AOGs if they plan their cards, right? But then again, two purifies onto the side of Leaf Esports here. They are very ready to try to stop anyone from going against him. And the purifiers have met respect for the Kadita, which is a very independent match. I'm pretty sure they can find some ways to try to set down to the early stages of the game, because from the clearance so far, I think the Grot will be able to help into the early stages. But the thing is, he's not on the concussive blast, so they need to equalize on that part.
5
Definitely
seconds till
need
the enemy
to
reaches the
equalize
battle.
the next side. We're going to see a
Smash them.
early game minion free,
Ultimate
which
deployed.
is unseen. Again, second time he's making that
Again.
mistake. But it's okay, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the land of Dawn. We are going to be seeing two amazing teams who have made their way into
Wow.
the grand finals already. And we will be seeing a quick, early, little delayed jungle farm coming in from Blade. I think he's copying Kwame. He's copying the Kwame strategy exactly. However, if it works out for him, that's gonna be a big thing. Illugo is trying to delay the buff a bit from the Fredrin, but he doesn't realize the fact
Yeah.
that the Fredrin is going to reach it so very late. So we'll have to see what really works out. Blade gonna be taking a bit of damage here though, but so far so good for both of these teams.
You know, there's always one thing that I usually, of course, Blade, you know, his decision making is always kind of weird sometimes. And sometimes it calls their game, sometimes it make the game, it's a make or break kind of brain that he has. So I'm pretty up for that too in this game as well. But it's gonna be a little bit behind, but he did got the lead to Wanderer, so that's gonna be a little bit lead that he has right now. But looking at the jungle potential far, they are gonna be mirroring each other, so they have a focus onto the goal, onto the XP lane side, which means that they want to have a good start onto this turtle here. But the thing about ZOHUNT side is that they do have good initiation for the level 4 onward, because they have the Kadita, they have the Dragon that can come through into the early start of the game, and that can eventually be in favor for their side. So the contest might eventually be better, but they need to have Ilu very, very early to have that.
They are actually going in for a bit of that engage on the blue type of gun. Gonna get a 1v1 win. A previous rider is gonna take down Blade right away. She tried to heal up a bit, but the Petrify is gonna hit them right on target. The Chaos Drilling coming in from Alice doesn't catch anyone except Dusty Weasel. He's at a push. He's gonna have to flicker out though, but no, neatly onto that Kadita. Showing the power of the fish right away.
I think that could have been so much worse for ZOHUNT because they lost out their jungle, but Prime winning on to the lane in the one probably looking at right because the Bruno here, but the Dragon, huh? Okay. I feel like he's just scouting out the places so that there's no way that Riza will be able to reach there on
Red
time.
team has
So
slain
kind
the
of
turtle.
like good wait onto their resources here so that he can actually try to wait for the second turtle here, because there's no need for the dragon to come through without any objective into the start of the game where they need a lot of farm. But the focus is onto the bot lane side. They will be needing the Petrify to go for the engages, but which he did not have right now, so they have to stop a little while. But a bit of a steal onto the blue bot. I think he did what he wanted to do into the early into the first 3 minutes of the game.
That's exactly what. And for now, as far as we can see, Team ZOHUNT, they are leading in terms of gold as well as kills. How long they can keep up with that is the question, because the Bruno needs to farm. The Prime isn't going to let him have that farm. He's hitting every single Death Sonata bullet, especially the last one, which is going to give him more crit damage. So that's going to be another 1v1 win for him. Huge early advantage as a Ranger user. Even out of the top side, Dusty Weasel is the one who's getting pressured, being a Yuzhong instead of the Ranger. And now mentally he's definitely going to be looking for that kill. Hell, Clovarian, he's very unaware right now. He's very unaware, and boom! That's such an obvious positioning, but unfortunately, that's just so much for you.
And of course he did not even need the Petrify. Of course they wanted to get the Purify off, but the damage was too much of the Vegeta. That's why you don't really get the Vegeta against ZOHUNT, especially in here. I think the Elise Star wanted to set up for something here, but it's just a waste of resources here. The turret will be taken away and so on here, the game on the top lane, and worst case scenario would be, but this is already on trying to get all those lane cuts so that when the team fight comes in for the turtle, he's gonna be available on time. But good enough that Star is able to reach there on time. That's definitely gonna be the case. But looking at the build so far, I felt like the scene will be prioritizing onto the minions. Never mind, but
Oh my god, that Covarian is just struggling at the moment against the Granger, against the Kadita. And ZOHUNT, they have been prioritizing the targets so well. They have been getting neutral objectives, the turrets are there on down bot, and they are taking the turtles as well. Technically, so far they are in a win-win situation, and right now they will be swapping out on the lanes and forcing the jungle, asking the jungle to just go and clear the opposite lane, while 4 of them go in for a forced push up top.
usually how the one can rotate when they have to start to the early. Yeah, but they might want to focus on Star. Look at that.
Quite a lot of damage being down, and that's the Sky Pierce's stacks for you. It can take down even now. This was 10% of HP still left, so definitely the Granger is on a 4-0-0. I think he has like 20 stacks of Sky Pierce already by now. I will have a look at it later. But yeah, 10. Okay, that's the first kill he got ever since he built his stack. So I guess he went for the Hunt Strike as first item, I believe.
Yeah, he could have actually went for the Sky Piercer because he did win out into the lane, but I'm pretty much sure that they just know that they'll be able to as well, but never mind. They're just focusing on to the ball for Riza here. Look at that.
Definitely, they're not gonna let the Frederick farm up at all. Final Steed comes in along with that Blade. Rather, farm is gonna get put onto Shia's Blade, takes down Riza, finally getting the revenge he had. Another Petrify, and Prime is gonna get the double easily, and that is going to be a major lead for the side of Team ZOHUNT. A 110 and 7,000 goal lead under the 7-minute mark, which is pretty huge for a semi-mid-game based draft. Like, apart from the Leo or the Kalita, the Granger, he actually needs to scale up, and he has been performing so well ever since minute 1.
Yeah, I think, you know, I did call him a 3-1 trick last night. And then he was actually offended with that because he's gonna be Granger 1 trick now. Look at that. He's got a lot of damage onto his kit here, and then he's gonna be a
So he will be pushing Sar right back to where he escaped from, and Prime is gonna rack up those kills as much as he possibly can. That's 30 stacks of Sky Pierce for him already, and he's gonna start hitting like a truck once he makes up the Malefic. Yeah, he's got that as well. Next up, what, DOD or Sea Halberd? That's what he's been going ahead for. Yeah, so definitely I do feel Sea Halberd would be a better choice because most Granger players, they just avoid building up the BOD these days.
Okay. Stacks out of the creature and the Sky Pierce is pretty pretty short the damage here. One at a time. This is that I talked about. One score. Just one box onto the sky of a third ZOHUNT. Never mind. I think that's great.
The aura waves coming in, and the Brilliance will be used up defensively. But Blade gets a kill on the Covarian down mid though, and the Covarian is just kind of on a suffering streak. Is that what you like to call it these days? I have no idea. But the poor team has been marked by the Kadita, by the Granger, as well as the Leomord now, so he's just being forced to play so far back. Hintly, of course, on his signature pick is the job. Clickford comes in on just reason, and he's going to be away from it. He's going to get the kill. That's a flick of Chaos remain on to 2. Good knockout coming from Star as well there, and but Blade and Thorn, the farm that they have right now, they are going to get 4 kills down for themselves. 4 for 1 trade only, and that also on the EXP laner, so nothing major for now. And that's gonna be the heavy blessings being popped off right at the 9-minute mark, and they will be taking away the first lot of the game. That could very well be the end of the game with the amount of lead that they have right now.
That's a possibility because he's like very bad Granger model, you know, in front of the Prime. But I think it was a perfect take onto the slots of the turret from Elu so that he'll be able to blast onto the holy seal there, because it's only 9 minutes of the game, and it's only going to be going into the 12 minutes, so they don't have time for that. But the Lord will be up in the intensity, and they're actually going to be taking that. A lot of damage already from Prime. Look at that.
Building, there's gonna be an AOG coming in. Riza is gonna get taken down immediately by the Ranger. He's pretty sure he has all 80 stacks now, and he is just gonna be like dealing nearly 1k. Oh no, it's still 70. One more. He just needs one more. And once he gets that, he's gonna be dealing 1,000 true damage every single time that he gets the bullets. Like the last hit, it's gonna be like 1,000 true damage from the piercer itself.
I don't think anyone can actually mark on him right now because against the Granger, you might want to have a good dive, right? And I don't see anyone diving onto him. Even Star is not that tanky enough to try to go in. Dusty, surprisingly enough, he went for the Hunter Strike instead. Of course, that is usually what you want to build on a dragon these days. It's usually much more pile than the Bar X2. But he already had this in but he though.
Trying to be locked in down mid. That's gonna be a complete. Prime gets finally the 80 stacks. He's gonna get a double. He's trying to look for the triple onto Asar. He is gonna get it with the base to get at the teleport. Isn't gonna help him in any way possible. Clovarian and Unseen, the only ones being left remaining to defend it. And now the units are gonna try to win. That's the back on the backside. Clovarian's gonna get electrified. Good fight comes in from him. Blade trying to get the line. He is absolutely busting away. The base is wide open. Everyone's charging to defend, but it's not going to be enough as the Lord charges in. And the base will fail
Victory! It's just Prime's world, and we are living in it. And he's getting everyone, and 30 to score onto the stats here. 1403, and that is a grandeur. Claverian, I don't think Bruno. This is why we were actually a bit questioning onto the Bruno here. He doesn't really have the ways to survive. Of course, the Purify is there to just help him away from the Kadita. That was the full focus coming to it from ZOHUNT. They are trying to divert the attention from Prime and have him have this moment with himself. And when Leave Esports realized what have been happening, it was a little bit too late for them there, and I don't think they have ways to come back for that. Even if they got a shutdown kill onto Prime, I don't think that's gonna be enough. They were a lot behind onto the goal, but good set and a good transition of events into the early since the start of the game from the side of ZOHUNT.
Exactly so, and unfortunately, Clovarian is actually using one of the heroes he has a Supreme on. So technically, I think he was just marked way too hard, and otherwise, he could have performed better than what he did tonight. Unfortunately, that's going to be it for game number 1. We'll soon be back with match 2.
Put a glass box around her and she'll break the glass. If you try to cage her in, she'll light the match. Oh, she's like an animal, it's in her blood. She will turn every chain into dust, into dust. Into dust. Like the wind is free, like the water's deep. She's a burning rush. If you try to take what is everything, watch it turn her life into dust, into
Hey guys, this is Andre once again from Trap Nation. Hope you're all having an incredible year so far. With the success of the last mix we did, I want to do another one, but this time where we showcase our label Lowly Palace. Just a reminder as well, all music in this mix is free to use on YouTube if you include the artist's socials and a streaming or download link to the song in the description. That's enough talking for now though. Enjoy the mix, everyone.
She been in your bedroom, I know that. Feeling her on your skin. Think I don't know where your head's at. Where do I begin? Wrapping your fingers around her. Late at night, drinking. You let it linger, you couldn't quit. I think I'll leave it all behind. Love me a new one. I won't waste my time. Fuck it with you. Oh, let me show you how. Find me another. You can't break me down. I've got it covered. Riding in the field of color after drowning in the sea. Weightless on the winds of summer after falling to our knees. 1,000 nights with starving nights have passed. I see you here at last. We rise so high above the rest. So close your eyes, don't lose your breath. Our hearts collide, beat through our chests. We're so alive, we're here at last. We're here at last. Oh, we're here at last. Oh, we're here at
Can't speak another word. I think I'm about to lose my nerve. Forward thinking got me moving my head backward. It's been so long since I felt this. I blame it on your winding hips. What I wouldn't do to taste the grooves of your lips. Left foot, right foot, turn around. Keep that whole shit underground. What I wouldn't do to say you call me home now. Left foot, right foot, turn around. Keep that whole shit underground. What I wouldn't do to feel your skin to mine now. I just breathe it in, say my breath. Never know when I need it next. 'Cause I know your thoughts and you know mine. We're flexible, we chose to be blind. But is it such a stress to call you one of my kind? Left foot, right foot, turn around. Keep that whole shit underground. What I wouldn't do to say you call me home now. Left foot, right foot, turn around. Keep that whole shit underground. What I wouldn't do to feel your skin to mine now. I just breathe it in, see my breath. Never know when I need it next. Lose it all, see it all. Ain't it strange, darling, you know.
I've been waiting
Your
for too
team
long.
is banned.
Okay, hello guys, we are back again for the game number 2. Game number 1 already away by ZOHUNT, and this is gonna be a second
am a
game for the
daughter
best
of
of 5
Northern
series.
Vale.
Looking at the
Your
ban
team
so
is
far,
banned to protect it
respect
till my
ban
last
directly
breath.
being done by 2 of these teams. You know, when you see heroes that usually isn't banned into the first place being banned out here, you just know that these 2 teams already know each other very well. And what can you see from here? Claverian's hero gone
Welcome to
and Prime's
Quark's
hero
Your
also
Castle,
team
gone, and
is
tiny
look at that.
banned.
friend.
The Gatot, it was creating a lot of space for the team, so I think that's also one of the reasons why Johan has to ban it away.
Your
The
team
Exactly.
is
southern
So
seas
banned.
I
are
mean,
my
the Freya and the
domain.
Kadita have been such a threat from the side of Zohan, and they have been using those 2 heroes so much that Leaf Esports know that they need to ban those 2 out if they even want to stand a chance to win. Previous game though, the draft was looking so much in favor of the side of Team Leaf, but Zohan, they were just on their comforts, right? The Kadita made some
Mm.
changes, and then Prime winning the lane in a 1v1, that was the major winning factor for them in the early as well as mid game. And late
The
game, of
clouds are
course, the
ever
game's always
shifting,
up.
Your
but this
team
heart
is
Zohan,
remains
banning.
they're sticking to their
steadfast.
game 1 bans again. So it's a carry, Rock, and Sora being taken out by them again.
For one thing, I do realize that Zohan they don't play the Sora. I guess not in the
Butterflies
goal lane, not
born
in the
by thy
not
wish.
not not in the
Your team is
XP lane. They
banned.
always ban it
by
away. But
lantern flight.
Juicin is gonna be always Emu plays a sick Jushin, so that's also an option here. But first pick coming through from the side of Johan is that I think
Allow
these 2
me
teams don't
to
play
lead the
Kalei, and
Your
then
charge.
so
team
yeah,
is
Elu
picking.
will be on his signature. That is a very good Hilda pick. He always usually go for. So that means that maybe, just maybe, Blade might be on the Leo mode yet again if they want to do that. But they can deny the Leo here right now for Riza because I think that the Fredrin did not work at all. So what can be an answer for the Hilda? They can still go for the Khalid,
Valor
but
and royalty
Leo
in
mode,
a
yeah,
dead
that's gonna be a
body.
deny. So why can they go here though?
Maybe the Eve that could work out on the mid side. Just as a denial, then comes the Esmeralda towards the EXP if they want to go in for that. But Sari is more comfortable onto the Arlot, so maybe we'll see the Arlot coming back in this game. We'll have to see though because it's a little bit unpredictable this time around, and they
Oh.
Them play the
Oh,
hero.
okay,
Your
that's
I will
team
be
is
the
picking.
truth this
strong
world
rock coming in
desperately
towards
needs.
EXP, which means they're giving away the Claude and the Eve.
The Claude and the Eve. Oh, this should be a good combination. And the thing is, they can give away the Eve if they want. That's the problem. But I think they're just taking away 2 of the heroes that so leave. I think they did their comfort draft here to Prime. If you want to go for the Granger again, I have no complaint, not at all. But the thing about the XP lane is that I'm quite worried that they might need something that can catch up to the Yuzong, maybe the Uranus, the Lapu Lapu as well, if they want to pick it right now, because there's no way they
This
play
land
the
is our
Esmeralda,
homeland,
right? Yeah,
and
there
it
we
will
go.
The
That
soon
could
be
be
a
champion
the
burning
spirit
Lapu here and
ground.
the
alone
Granger.
reigns
Your
That's
team
supreme.
comfort
is
too.
picking.
So Leave, they need a marksman too. They need the late game magic damage dealer. I mean, not magic, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, whatever mid lane they pick up here, it's gonna be a bit weak towards until the mid game anyway. So maybe they're going for Nathan against the Granger. That does work
Ah,
quite well. Plus, they have the front line too. The petrified setups and the phantom steeds are gonna be quite helpful for the mates in the reposition in the team fights. But we'll have to see against the Hilda if they want to go in for such a decision. But
My tail's been
maybe
itching
they
for
want
a
to go in
real
for the
fight. Your
carry
team
or
is
the
banning.
carry Kalia or the Lunox Kalia combination. But carry, I'm pretty sure is gonna get banned anyways.
Yeah, they already done their job to banning it away. So yeah, the only
I didn't
perfect
cure the
combination that can
pain.
come true is gonna
Your
be
team
the
is banning.
Kaldeya Lunox. That's what. But oh, Valentina ban. I've never seen Minley on the Valentina unless
Come on,
very
Dexter. It's our
necessary.
Your
But
team
hey,
showtime.
I
is
think
banning.
they just want a big. They don't want a big ultimate into the hands of the side of Zero, because there's already a tsunami slam that he can take, or the dragon that he can also take. So they can try to focus onto the mid lane here. Mage's ban. But something about Minley is that it's not expected, right? Last time also we have seen him onto the Chang'e against EVT, which is a very very strong opponent, and they won out because they had a Chang'e that's a very unconventional mate, and he did suffer, but the late game has come through. So I'm not gonna be questioning about the mid hero pool that he has. So they might eventually wanna focus directly onto the jungle instead, right? Because the Fanny is also out there. Wow, they
Your
still did.
team is banning.
Crazy, actually, the way these people play it out. The Farsa will be taken away. Maybe we see the carry ban up next, or the Harriet. That's a possibility from their side. But even if they do take those out, they just have enough frontline and whatever you want to talk about it on the hands of Zohan. Leap Esports, though, they definitely need the Lunox here with the Kalia if they want to be able to make that combination work.
It's funny to see that they banned out for mazes and they have completely let go of the Eve,
Already
right?
got him lined
They
up
might
in
have
my sight. Your
wanted the Eve for
team is
themselves,
picking.
but good read, Johan. They banned away the Kimmy, right? But I think this should have been more of a Lunox than a Kimmy setup for the side of Leaf, because, like you said, we already see the Kalea, right? There's a good combination to the Lunox as well, and I don't think there's a combination coming through with the Kimmy and the Akalea too, and they are just trying to lessen down the amount of marksmen that's playable for Glaverian. So maybe they can just pick up the Lunox right now and try to go for a little bit of a flex into the gold lane side.
Exactly what I was thinking as well. But end of the day, what matters is can you really pull
Always
off what you pick
trust
up?
the
That's
message
the
Your
whole
from
team
your
thing.
is
soul.
picking.
Yeah.
For now, as far as we can guess, yeah, it is going to be the Lunox and the Kalia combo immediately. The Leomord does count for the damage that's being dealt when the Kalia out. So technically, that's a pretty decent lineup. Zohan, meanwhile, they need to
Hmm.
pick up their mage. Maybe to go in for something like. Oh wait, what's the option left for them again? The Eve. Yeah, the Eve is the only thing they have
Yeah.
left for now.
Oh yeah, and it's a winning lane against the.
Sir, what's your
Okay,
command?
there we go. Fanny we were talking about, they completely left open the Fanny. It could have been better if Leave have banned the Fanny there. But here,
Crowned by
Mindy,
heaven's
do
mandate,
you want to
your
play for?
my
Okay, there we
legacy
go. He
shall
wanted to play for
endure.
the Z10. So this lineup is mainly made up for Prime. Yet again, they want to focus onto the gold lane side here. I could have bet that they wanted to go for the Eve in this scenario, but maybe they just know that against the Yu Zhong and the Leon, you'll not be having the best time of their life because the dive is gonna be out there. But last pick, this can be a Ruby CC.
Or
What is
just the carry, which is
marksman?
still open. Yeah, the carry is open though.
Yeah, carries Ben. Carries Ben.
Oh no. Oh wait, sorry, I'm blind. Never mind. Carry is banned out. Lunox is there. They have a Granger. So the Harriet? Uh,
Harriet or
or
Sustain?
Nathan. Harriet or Nathan.
Let's
Oh no.
go.
What?
Oh
Okay.
no!
Okay. Interesting.
I would take a Ruby here any day. Not gonna lie, because the Fanny is already there, right? So uh, okay. Now that I think about it, the Z10 pick here for the side of me makes more sense now, because they do lack onto the control and a bit of the poke with the true damage that can come through on his first skill as well. Oh no, the second skill. So maybe that's also the reason why they went for the Z10. But ah, I don't know about the Irritel, man. He's always gonna be a food for the Hilda. Of course, he's gonna be picked
Same.
away just because
Yep.
they wanna win against the lane, right?
Yep.
Does Irital win still? I don't think so, right?
Irithel can win against the Granger, but it's Prime's Granger, so that's a
That's
big,
what.
big question. So we will have to see how he decides to play it. Plus, there's going to be a Fanny and a Lapu and a Hilda onto
Yeah.
him every single time he decides to go out, even just a bit of his tower. So technically, not the best of picks to have,
Welcome
but
to Mobile Legends.
it's a pretty good draft. But here we are,
5
ladies and gentlemen.
seconds
We
till
have
the
still
enemy
been
reaches
round
the
off for game
battlefield.
number 2. So
Smash
far,
them.
have won a pretty easy
All
victory
troops
into game
deployed.
1, and that is going to be it for them after game 1. Now we will be seeing game number 2.
Let's see how the draft is gonna be looking like. And now that I think more about it, I would like that Nathan represent the Irital again and again. But hey, it's gonna be the marksman, right? That's a combination coming through from the side of ZOHUNT, and whoever you're going to be picking up is always going to be vulnerable to just dive time and time again. But onto the experience, I think is what we want to focus on a little bit more, because this is going to be Lapu Lapu versus the Yuzhong. I think they're going to be neutralizing onto the skills as well, so that they'll be able to reach the level 4 peacefully and try to go for the contest onto the turtle and go 8 for the team instead of just doing it in a 1v1 situation here. Blade, he started with the red buff, which means that he's gonna be more available just before the start of the turtle if he have the blue buff here. So it's gonna be important that she is always gonna have that flicker, so that he'll be able to have a good escapism onto the onslaught of the Fanny.
Exactly so. And now that's done. We won't really be seeing any fight before the turtle, except for Fanny trying to steal away those small creeps, and the mirror thing being done downward though. So I guess that Esports will have a little bit more map control at the turtle, because they are on the EXP side already, as compared to the players of Team ZOHUNT. So technically speaking, they should be able to find themselves out of that map control, which they already have though, and they know that she is gonna be stepping out of that region. Rita is there to support the EXP laner. Technically enough, but oh no, Blade trying to go on to the Lumor. Fury of the Phoenix is gonna land. That's one important resource being used up, but they do not really have the ways to find themselves the turtle yet, because the black rat is gonna be here, and Lumor definitely is taking it away, and Blade was just able to reach that time. But Sar tries to go in for Illu, but will have to back off.
That was a good and fast decision making coming through from the side of Leaf Esports right there, but Prime will be able to steal out. Oh, never mind, he's not. But Melee though, it's gonna be taken down against 3 members. No flicker. He did have the flicker. He must be caught off position here with the Petrify, of course. But still, Leaf, that is a very, very good comeback that they have right now. They need this kind of energy into the start of the game, so that at least Claverian will be able to have a good goal onto his hands, so that he will be able to keep the Granger in check into the lane, especially, and not let him out, because when he's out, he's going to be able to stack a lot of Capriccio, and then he's going to be dealing out a decent amount of damage, which we do not need for the side of ZOHUNT here. But only one situation until the bot lane, I think the Brave Fighter have a low cooldown, so it's definitely going to be an okay spot. But Blade, does he want to go in?
Probably does. Yeah, he's got the cutthroat. Yeah, he's gonna get enough stats. But yeah, it's gonna be an easy little kill for him. And of course, Dusty Mesa did help him get the get the HP of Sar low enough for Blade to secure that kill.
I think these could have been done into the early stages just right at level 4, so that they will be able to have good turtle. But apparently, I think the good read coming through from Riza, where he was able to 8 on team, top lane Prime.
Yep, he will be definitely trying to sustain everything, but he can't with 4 people jumping on him. I guess this time around the trajectory of the game is much more favorable for the side of Elite Esports. They should be even able to find that tower. But yeah, Iritel's early game push potential is not so high, and finally back on time to try and find that last enemy, which is on his way. And yeah, they could even go in for a 1v1.
Yep, no blue buff yet for Blade right now, so it's gonna be lagging. I mean, waiting just a little bit to try to wait for it to, and they will not be starting into the turtle just yet. But the thing about the Penny is that it's more important for him to get all those kills rather than to take for the turtle too, and I think Leaf also knows that. Never mind, Brave Fighter.
Great Spider is gonna be used up, but the Black Dragon will be used up as well. He's trying to find Zation in the middle of everything, but she's just so safe under that tower. Tries to get the passive onto, but yeah, that's not gonna work out because they get the turtle, but in exchange, Fanny and Prime find that kill onto Clovarian once again. They're just trying to shut down the Irithel as much as possible, but now Prime is the one in a lot of danger. He's gonna have 4 people jumping on him anytime possible, but thankfully, oh no! Yes,
Nice.
Nami Slam will be there to catch Blade off guard, and Lunox will immediately score that kill.
That's a good pick off. That's unnecessary for the side of right now. Lane doing what they want to do on the and trying to play it down. I think he might be able to do so. Yeah, when they need to back away because that can eliminate time and Dusty. You don't want to be get caught into the middle.
He does use a Brave Spider as well, and it will have a bit of a CC immunity. He's trying to mod on the Irithel, which could work out. The Cutthroat definitely gonna be hitting on target. But Unseen manages to escape with 1 HP, but not good enough as Lulu decides to shock him onto the turret and find that kill. She gets the kill again thanks to the turret damage. Trying to be able to take that turret, and that's exactly what he does, and he will be able to find 1 kill in his name. And now they've got to back off because right now the turrets are pretty equal except for the side of Team ZOHUNT having secured the mid lane, while the side of Leaf Esports having secured the 2 side lanes.
I do think that it's much more important and more valid or of a value if you take the mid lane inhibitor, mid lane turrets first than the silence because this gave a lot of spacing for Prime to have a but getting taken down. He can read minions and wait for the others to come through as well. But now that I think about it, this could be a free top lane here, so this definitely can be taken down by the side of Johan. No response whatsoever coming through from the side of Leaf Esports here. But now I think for the support Unseen can have the chance.
And now we'll be seeing here being one Clovarian will be the one getting marked every now and then. Blade definitely trying to get that steel cables onto him, and he actually gets it. Have absolutely no idea why the Irithel came back, but Prime is getting marked so hard. Riza gets a maniac on the other side. Blade marks Clovarian, but Riza says, "You can kill my marksman, but I am gonna kill your team." That's exactly what Riza did, but now he doesn't have Phantom Steed though, so technically they're gonna be playing a 1v1 game, and Riza and find the 5th kill for himself. Blade ran out of energy at the wrong time. That's gonna be another free kill.
I mean, the dude just stood still on his horse, and the Kipper did not poke him enough so that the energy weren't reset. The poor Blade man, first time he got his friend and he got him related like this, but I'm pretty sure he can have a comeback after this time because he needed that blue weapon. I don't think he had the time also, but now again 7-0-3 for Riza right now. When you look at that jungle.
Coming in against Brave Spider, and we try to hit him, but she manages to get the kill immediately. The steel cable is doing quite a lot of damage this time around, but he needs to back off though because they are able to heal up thanks to the Kalia passive, and Prime this time around he hasn't been able to stack up as much.
The fact that Dusty have more gold than Prime is bad enough for Prime this time around. Of course, this is the second pick, first phase Granger, by the way. Of course, it's going to be getting counted quite a lot, and the fact that Riza have more gold onto his kit, that is 6k gold he already had. Of course, got light already, he's still 0 that's down the drain. Of course, if he gets taken down here, and even at one point, I think he's going to be giving a lot of items, a lot of gold into the hands of ZOHUNT. So this, he might be the main focus here at that point, but Blade, not Blade, but Fernando, yeah.
Down again, and he will get taken down immediately. Leaf Esports decide that Prime is the threat they need to take out, and that is exactly what they do. ZOHUNT as well, I think they are marking down the turrets quite a lot. Blade is doing a job at that, but the Irithel is starting to hurt now, especially that physical penetration which she gets from the first kill. It's starting to be a little too much for the side of ZOHUNT to handle, possibly.
I think this is why you should play the though.
Yep, again, Clavarian will manage to take down Ilu. Not the best of trades when the Lord is coming up, so technically ZOHUNT is on the losing end this time around. Real Minty isn't able to keep up. The steel cables are looking like that one last ray of hope every single time he decides to hope and do damage on the side of Team Leaf Esports. But right now, this Lord is a very easy scenario. Yep, it's gonna go uncontested.
It's gonna be a little bit hard for the side of ZOHUNT to clear out the Lords here again. They have that kind of high ground in comparison to Leaf because they haven't crossed right into their side. And however, out of meta it is. This is a farmed USL who hasn't been focused much into the early phases of the game, and he's got the items much more better than Prime also. And now it's gonna be hurting ZOHUNT here. They need to have a good decision making. They need to focus a little bit onto the backlines first. But then again, who will be able to go in because Ilu is the one with the damage, and it's also gonna be the Steam Wizard. But then he's not that much of a tanky hero here.
But right now, if you can notice, ZOHUNT might have been inspired bit, but Brilliance will be there to save. She's alive and he will make it out alive. Blade is gonna get caught out a little bit, but he's managed to beat it. So now the mid lane tier 1 will be falling down quite easily. Blade is kind of looking for a player with steel cable, but he is hesitating a bit to go in because he knows that the Kalia can ult in mid-air, and that's just such a big threat as a Fanny user.
That's why it's kind of important, you know, for him to be very, very decisive. It's gonna be a pro team too, and this time around it's gonna be bad for the time of ZOHUNT. They were actually playing a setup for Prime for the Grandeur, and it did not look quite well because the Grandeur that's in question here is 0 stacked onto the Sky Piece, and he don't really have the items that he did into the game number 1 here. Top lane Dome Dragon just wasted away to kill, to escape being taken down, but he might be caught though.
Red team hero has been slain.
That's gonna be a jump up too, but when Cena is gonna be taken down. But he did get a kill onto Clavarian, so giving the life of a marksman for a roamer, I mean of a roamer for a marksman is definitely gonna be better here at this point of a time. But I think this was a needed pick off that's been quite necessary for the side of ZOHUNT, but it would have been better if they focused on Teresa instead of Clavarian. But then again, if they focus more on Teresa again, Clavarian will be let loose, and he will always gonna be hurting to the backlines most of the time and still able to escape the sprint that he usually is gonna be having. But Star is gonna be spotted out there, so I think he doesn't really have the ways to get the Fanny here because without the Petrify or anything else, the Fanny can fly away and not get caught. But this time around, the Lord rather, will be more important for the side of ZOHUNT rather than for the side of Leaf Esports here, because that will find them a way to come in. But look at that though.
Yep, onto Ilu, and he's gonna get bursted down right away. Prime can't really find a way to just deal some damage, you know, because Star is there to zone people out. And Team Leaf Esports has been so much better in this game, and I feel like that's affecting
Red team has slain the Lord.
Trying to look for a kill onto the back line, especially for variants. His positioning is quite good, but can he find in the middle of all those people is the biggest question. Right now, he's just looking for a little bit of that clear onto the bottom side. So Team Leaf Esports can't really push in with the minions that's gonna come in, and they aren't able to spot Blade either, except now. And I think that Blade is just waiting for his own minions coming, but no, look at the Tsunami Slam going once again. But this time around, the Stimiza will be able to get the stuns onto a lot of people, and that's gonna be an instant 4-man wipeout for the side of Team ZOHUNT.
Direct stacks onto the Sky Piece, that's gonna be a double kill for Prime as well. But that was an amazing engage coming from Winter with the Fury of the Phoenix. He was able to stun 5 of the members, and Zarya was trying to get the stun onto the minions, and they couldn't have spoken where the Fanny was gonna be. That's one of the advantages of a Fanny man. You don't really know where it's gonna be flying out because of the mobility that you have, and when there's no vision of him, you're always gonna have to be careful from wherever reason he can come through. But the dragon, just to save the mid-tier turret, I don't think he's able to do so though.
He did get Mintley's passive off, but
Yeah.
it's a Zacian, and who's gonna reach a Zacian? I mean, only the Kyria can possibly if he manages to catch him off guard, but we'll have to see how that decides to work out for the side of Leaf. For now, though, Unseen definitely trying to mark down that bush. He knows that people are there in that bush, and he will be looking for a setup with Tsunami Slam every now and then. Him and she are in position. The side of Team ZOHUNT as well, they're not going to leave any chances to get picked off like that all over again, because they have just managed to secure a little bit of lead for themselves. Goldie has equalized between the two teams, and the side of Team Leaf Esports just lost out on whatever domination they were having.
It's actually good that Prime have the penetration as well as the anti-heal on his side. Meanwhile, for Claverian, though, he's gonna be needing that win of nature, especially against Blade, rather than anyone else. There's just 20 stacks onto the Sky Pieces, so that's gonna be still doable unless he go for the 40 stack. That is gonna be unstoppable at that point of a time for the Grandeur. So it's gonna be very important for the side of Leaf to not give any kills into the hands of the Grandeur. Instead, for giving him kills, he would have to be the one that they should focus on. So it will be into the hands of Unseen on who he's gonna be getting the Tsunami Slam upon. That's gonna be the decider of this game. And this time around, it's also gonna be a bit of a 50-50 situation. The lore is gonna be up, and they should be contesting for ZOHUNT. They should try to find at least some spacing to try to enter this lot pit.
Exactly. So, honestly enough, Leaf Esports have got the control at the Lord, and Illu is trying to just find any target he possibly can, trying to get the vision out of the Kalia so his teammates don't get picked off. But okay, Blade, we didn't see anything. You're doing an amazing job. But Road, it's not gonna deal enough damage on Star. He's got the anti-Kalia on him, so technically, for now, they just need to wait it out and try to steal the lot, because they can't fight face out. Oh no. Oh, he's gonna fuck up a bit on the backside. Winter Nature will be used up, but Cavern is gonna get forced away so much. Cutthroat is gonna land on Sheep. She's gonna get taken down right before Time Flicker is out from the range of Sar, and there's gonna be another kill on Unseen. So we're finally looking back into the game as they get those kills into their hands. Now they're gonna be moving in for the Lord.
That is a nasty Furia, the Phoenix yet again from Midlay. You know, I put this guy as a bit of like carry mates player rather than the utility, but now he's doing so well with those instigation of the steam fight, and the time, the way he's able to cancel out onto the Tsunami Slam time and again, he's helping the team quite a lot, and I think he was able to get a good stun onto that, and the damage that he was pulling from that ultimate, just giving them a lot of leeway for even Blade to go in, get a kill onto She, not letting him get the free hit. And this is definitely going to be a free lord, and ZOHUNT now finally find their great footing, and they need to try to have a sing onto this lane so that they'll be able to get this game in.
Lord, and they've got a kill all over again. Dustin manages to make it out back alive. But Prime doesn't have a flicker, so he's got to get it safe from that dragon. And he's got the Purify as well onto him. The Black Dragon form has been used up, and the Lord is still very, very healthy at 18,000 HP. And Team ZOHUNT are trying to move in. That's going to be an engage from Unseen onto that Lord itself. They're just trying to stop the Lord from reaching the base all over again. But the Sables and the damage from Prime, who gets taken down finally, but Blade is going to get a killing spree. He's going to get a double. He's trying to look for the triple. That's an insane amount of spam coming in from him. He finds the triple finally. That is Blade's pen for you, ladies and gentlemen. That is so fun for you. They pull up a wipeout, an amazing comeback after being at attention. And now they will be securing game 2.
the end of it, they are clean for both of the sides. It kind of become unnerving to see the leads because both of them are doing really, really well and leave. I feel like the Kalea gameplay, the pick-off gameplay should be better for them onto their hands as well. And I also think that Star has been doing amazing onto the Yu Jong too, because at one point of time he wasn't letting anyone nail his teammates, and he's always good in zoning away Prime too. And I think that was very, very needed when you play against the Prime Granger. And this time around he's not gonna be the real carry because they have a Fanny onto their side. They were actually trying to play for the Granger, but in the end they were actually setting up for Blade instead. And pretty sure that is going to be a very, very good coming through from the side, a good Fanny coming through from the side of ZOHUNT as well. But this time around, I think Leaf, they finally find a great footing. They just need a little bit of a discipline and not much mistake into the later part of the game. And maybe, just maybe ban away the Fanny.
Exactly what they did so well in the early game. Especially with
Yeah.
that Leomord and the Lunox and
Hmm.
the Kalia combination. But something just went wrong down bottom when they got that first slot coming in. They messed up the engage onto the Lapu, and then that Misa got a setup onto 3 people, and then Blade just came in and wiped them because he was already very farmed. And that just changed the entire game altogether. And even though Prime
Hmm.
was struggling, I think end of the day he did manage to carry it out quite a bit. But that's gonna be it for game 2. We'll be back with Zohan being at match point with game number 3 very soon.
Every day.
Oh, I think it's just gonna be a best of 3 as well, and in the finals too. That means the Zohan won a clean sweep, and they actually won the Winter Showdown, Debbie.
Really? I thought it could have been a best of 5, but that was a good
Ah,
game coming through from both of the teams, man. It could have been much better because Leaf could have won that
I
out.
am a
You
daughter of
can drag the
Northern
game to the
Vale.
later.
I
At
swear
least
to
one more,
protect
but
it till
that
my
was a
last
definite good
breath.
one. Look at that. We are starting here again.
what? Okay. I mean, we just said that.
I've been waiting
Your
for too
It's
team
all
long.
is
good.
banning.
It's all good. It's all good.
April's
Oh
full,
no.
guys. April's full.
Okay.
It's February 1's full.
It's fine. We are back into game 3. It is a best of 5. That's what I'm thinking. It's finals, of course. It's a
Your
best of 5.
team
Southern
is
seas
banned.
This
are
time on
my domain.
Karita Freya again off the board and Carry, Grok, Sora for Zohan all over again. I think
Ah,
it's just gonna be the same things.
yeah, of course. Jushin, Grok. Maybe they can back off the
Valor and
Jushin.
royalty in a
Your
dead
team
Leomord.
body.
is
Okay.
banning.
They Riza onto the Leomord already. Maybe ban the Fanny here too. But then again, wait, oh, they can get the Grok for themselves and let it go. Hmm. You know what I think for Leaf? It's better that they play the. It's so good that they play the pick off combination. That's so their style rather than the team fight com or a utility into the jungle. But then they take away the Leomord nasty coming from Johan.
Yeah, that's what. I mean, Zohan also just banned out the Leomon. They just realized that it's one of his comfort picks, and they're like, nah, you don't need to give us any more trouble in the third game. Let's just play peacefully and something like that. So I hope that Leaf Esports has an answer to this, but for now they
them play
should
the
be banning on the
hero.
Yuzhong.
Your
Yep, that's
team
gonna
I
is
be
will be
it.
the
banning.
From
truth
split
this
ban
world
going to
desperately
Simizo, and I
needs.
we believe we will be seeing the Grok
The
or the
clouds are
Sora.
ever
Yeah, it's
shifting,
gonna be
but this
Sora.
Your
heart
team
remains
is
They just realized
steadfast.
that Unseen might not be that good onto the Grok as which
uh,
would be a threat for them. But let's see if he can redeem himself in this one.
Jushin or Grok, right? But you kind of always want to prioritize onto the
Butterflies
Jushin. Yeah,
born
I
Your
by
rather
team
my
is
wish,
I would
shifting.
rather Jushin
guided
than the
by
Grok
lantern
actually. But hey,
flight.
that's what's gonna be better here. And I think Hilda can also be again into the hands of Ilu because I feel like he rather play the Hilda rather than the Grog, and he don't even touch the Kalea, man. I don't know, but
Payback
hey, that's gonna
time.
be midday on to the first. A direct instant lock. He don't want to play around anymore against the Zushin, so that's also the reason why they have to let go. But
Welcome to
he's
Grog's
still gonna be
Your
going
Castle,
team
for
is
tiny
the
picking.
friend.
Grog. Okay, no problem. They can be a very very great combination coming through, so that's definitely okay-ish, I guess.
Yep, and I believe the Jushin is one of Shi's specialties as well. So technically, that's a very good pick against the Farsha and the Grok to just
Mm.
freeze the minions down mid. But along with that Jushin, Hylos is a pretty good combination. The God of Kaja is a pretty good combination, and so is the Fredrin in a way. And Riza could actually go in for that pick for himself, but then again, they do still need
Thorns
Quran a bit.
remain,
Oh
should
no, that's gonna be
petals
a
fall.
Lancelot into the hands of Riza this time. That's gonna be a debut pick, I believe, because I haven't seen him play
Oh,
so far.
I don't know. The
The
Lancelot.
champion spirit alone
I'm
reigns
not
Your
really a big
team
fan
supreme.
of
is
this land.
picking.
Oh wow, Clavarian. Ah, okay. He was like, yeah, we cannot give the Granger animal, but like we said, it's gonna be the first time we have seen the Lancelot on the Riza, but also the first time for Clavarian onto the
Magic
Granger
is my
again. So
life.
now
Your
that's gonna be
team
Prime
is
onto the
banning.
Harriet, no brainer. He wants to bring out the Harriet. I think he's itching for it as well, so
Fight!
that's a good
Fight for
sign.
the
But
ultimate
Hilda banned
answer. Is
away very
banning.
good ban coming through from the side of ZOHUNT. They don't want the Hilda. They wanted the Grok
They
instead,
call
so
me a
why not ban
hero
the Hilda?
because
Lee
I
Sin
Your
Sin
saved my
taken
team is
nation
away
from
banning.
falling
again.
apart.
I'm pretty sure Blade will not pick out the Yi Sin Sin here, but who knows? They have a magic damage, so they needed the physical.
Muscle of
I
iron.
mean,
Your
Prime on
Bones
the
team
of
is
Harriet is a
banning.
steel.
bigger threat than Prime on the Granger, technically
Yep.
speaking. And you are actually giving away your counter to a player who plays that hero so well. Uh,
Yep.
so technically, Cloverian is kind of cooked in this game, unless of course he manages to pull off a miracle. On the hands of Leaf, though, they could still win it out. They have banned out on the Ascension
Sir,
choice.
what's your
They could
command?
take the
Yep.
Fanny
Your
again.
team
Yeah, that's
is
gonna be a
picking.
brain dead
Shadow
Fanny
of
ban, which is
obscurity!
absolutely
Your
just
team
Uh-huh.
fine.
is picking.
But the
Been so long,
Hayabusa
man.
against the Granger and the Jushin is such a cheese pick. I just love
Yep.
that pick. And it can go to the back line, it can force out the Lantern Flare, it can force out the Flickers every single time. It works against the Lancelot. So technically, Team Zohan are winning in the draft by a huge margin. Unseen here, though, he definitely needs to think of something. The Khalid could work out quite a bit into
Oh
this
yeah.
but if he decides to go for it, then the God of Kacha is banned
Aren't
out. Yeah,
you
that's the
ask
only
a
valid
lady to
choice,
dance?
kind of, I would say. What if he goes in for something like a Kufra or Johet?
Joe had the Purify can come through for Mindy as well. The Harriet's
Okay,
Kaza.
I
Do
am the
they
power of
have a
Your
light
team is
combination with
incarnate.
picking.
Kaza? Don't.
they do not. They don't.
That's not much of
My
a damage.
kiss.
That's
Yeah,
why.
there we go.
Will it
Wow.
grant
Finally, at
immortality
least into the hands of Dusty
or
Micho.
death?
I mean,
That's
he's played the glue, he's played every
fine.
physical hero, but nevertheless, so this is going to be a very, very good pick coming through from the side of him as well. He's going to be able to get a good early lead into the turtle as well. But, the Esmeralda always going to be having a greater time into the lane no matter who he's facing against. But the fact that, like you mentioned, the way that the way you like the Hayabusa, I really do too against this combination. But then the Kaza will be happening, right? So it's gonna be into the hands of Ilu whether he will be the one canceling out the Kaza, go for the reinitiation, or be the initiator because this Kaza might eventually be the downfall of Hayabusa if not checked right. But there's only gonna be only one purifier to the side of Harriet here. I don't wanna be getting caught here into the midst of everything. But why is he on the purify again?
Mm-hmm. Why is he on the purifying? It's a big question. But I mean, against the Jushin, I think he doesn't want to be interrupted when he is
Okay.
casting the Zamad Force, and he's just gonna go switch with the basic attacks every now and then. The knockup's just gonna be a very big threat if he misses even one basic attack in the late game, because technically speaking, he is the only one who can melt down the
Welcome
to
but
Mobile
onto
Legends.
the hands of Leaf Esports as well. They do not
5
really have
seconds
anybody
till the
except for
enemy
Ranger to
reaches
move
the
Alice. But with
battlefield.
that, we are into
Smash
flat
them.
out dawn, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
Team
Deployed.
ZOHUNT is at match point, and finally we see a proper grok freezing down the minions. Well done, Nilu. But with that, we will be seeing an amazing war. This time, Ariza will be starting down red, and Blade will be starting with his blue. So we're gonna see a rotation from both the junglers on towards their EXP. Technically speaking, that is a good decision. We do not need Market Ranger and Harriet in the early game, but we'll have to see how it works out with these people. Unseen, a bit over aggressive there. But he's used up the flicker too, and Ridley is still available. It's gonna be a very easy first blood for the side of Team ZOHUNT.
Could have been much more difficult. It was actually Blade who got it, but the Laser Wanderer will be secured by Riza here. Be able to have a greater time with the laning, with the jungle clearance too. But talking about the wall that can come through here, I think it's helping them quite a lot because he was able to start onto the minions, which is kind of avoiding the Jushin to freeze out onto the lane against the first side as well. So, wait, the Unseen is onto the same pathing again. Do you want to do this against this combination?
About what he is doing right now, and I do not know why he is doing what he is doing, but it's okay. Riza goes in for primary execution and he's a bit of a danger, and he is going to take it down with the Thorn Whip, but he doesn't have any source of escape now, and Nilu is gonna just steal away that kill from Blade. Smart work, Mr. Tanka. But goal lane side as well, Prime is gonna be winning that lane pretty easily. Oh no, the Ranger is way too low for his comfort, and had Prime his flicker here, that would have been a super short kill.
I mean, knowing Prime, he might be basically fetching the turret there if he had the flicker. But hey, it's still gonna be a winning side for him without the kills also. But good region for Cloverian to have a good backup as well, because he's gonna be able to stack up. But the turtle right now might be eventually into the side of Germany again. Let's see. Still have the ult. Look at that.
Yep, gonna see the Jushin getting those knockouts on point for the dash side as well. Unseen gonna be kicking on very low, and he's gonna be sent right back to base. Menthy has to run away to avoid any more knockouts, but she just kind of yeeted Grog back into his own turret zone. I don't know why. It works for you, I guess.
Maybe just trying to stop him from crazy attacking it, but the fact that Blade did not have the time to go for the retribution and actually taking out onto the turtle was gonna be equalizing onto them too. But oh man, this is so nasty coming through from the side of Johan. Oh wait, Blade, hello. This guy is so bad on retribution, man. Whatever it is, it's always gonna be losing out something here. But good read though, he was able to get onto this blue buff here. But mid lane,
Yep, can see Unseen getting targeted down again. That's the quad shadow, but it's not going to be enough to take him down this time around. Cloverian has already picked up on his Skype here, so that's one good thing for the side of Leaf Esports, despite being a disadvantage. We will see though, but the damage from the Farsa, and it's not even 5 minutes of the game. Insane.
that's insane already. If he had the feather airstrike, that could have been a sure kill for him, or at least a bait on the flicker from Cloverian. But he was keeping his composure in and still not going in. But look at that.
Yep, definitely. The steal gonna miss that, but it's okay. He's just gonna back out because, as I said, there's nobody to burst down the others for the side of Leaf Esports, so that's a safety thing for the side of ZOHUNT. And now Rock is just gonna be using up his passive to knock up these people with his wall. But Menthy has gotta play it a bit safe against the so technically enough, Blade is gonna mark down Bavarian right here. Bavarian is so unaware, what the hell? And that's gonna be the quad shadow kill, and the time, but the shadow's gonna be used up, so she technically has a chance to get the knockout. But no, he uses the shadow to escape quite skillfully.
He did not land the saddle there. If he did, it could have been a sure kill. But mid lane right now, look at that.
Forced to back up instead. But Dusty Meter is in position to use up the AO Druid. Bavarian is trying to mark down the building. On to 3-4 people in fact. There's a Mount Forcewell. Graf misses the ultimate, but end of the day, Prime manages to secure a kill onto the Ranger again. Unseen gets caught into that wall. There's gonna be a lot of knockouts coming in from She, but Blade definitely trying to find as well as take him down at the same time. So 2-for-1 trade, I believe, and the turtle also into their hands for the side of ZOHUNT.
No, Turtle was actually taken by Riza because you don't expect Blade to win in a 50-50
Okay.
against Turtle, so these dude never win a 50-50 Turtle, man. It's a record. And I think it's more of a good read coming through from Riza with the taunt rules as well. He was able to at least find that compensation. But Ilu right now in the position where he can go for the flank, but no damage whatsoever coming through. He have around the Vixen vicinity, so they have to be very, very careful just a little bit and not to waste out the tech charge also. But Lee, he's gonna do something.
It's definitely gonna do something. That's the power of having a power side into your hands. It's the same as a Kadita without the
Yeah,
watery business. It's just air business for Minsley.
yeah,
So
business.
similar play styles onto those two heroes, and that's just gonna be a lot of advantage for the side of Team Zohan. Kind of like a deja vu for the first game, I believe.
Actually true. I know the position is so perfectly done that there's no way for them to win it out. But the Vine onto Midlane, finally.
He actually made the Genius one and the Divine together, so those are two countering items. But if it was for Nectar, that's gonna be for him there. He's gonna get taken out with easy.
Hero has been slain.
He doesn't use smartphones, he doesn't really have it. But I believe they will be trying to take down the mid lane turret. But Riza does clear out the way, so that's a good micro play coming on the side. For now, Sar and Shield are a little bit difficult, so soon we can finish him off. But on to the top
They are
side.
waiting for it.
They're waiting for it. Prime is gonna find the tier 1 up top though with the turtle fight. Again, the coach had to kill onto the backside. Plant flare being used up by Sheep, so that's gonna be one source of engage less around that turtle. She lands disadvantage. But Blade moving the retribution is question. Nope.
No.
Visa is gonna move down and Alice still definitely finds Chaos throwing on some people. Zara is gonna find the kill onto Grok into the backside, far away from his team. And Brian is trying to steal away the blue quite funny. And he managed to get it done. Oh my god, he actually managed to take the blue. But now tier 1 will fall for the side of Team Zohan.
Finally, a good something from coming to from the side of Relief Esports here. They are able to find the turtle yet again. Oh man, Blade will be never winning onto the retribution against the lens, not the lens. I'm in trouble though.
Definitely into trouble here. The quad try to kill locks in. There's gonna be a Sky Pierce attack for him as well. She uses up the flicker. Can he find the kill? Is the question. He can. And there's the damage from Riza as well. It was on a 3-1-1, which is a pretty good stat for Lancelot. Alice trying to bring people away while his time just to clear out the mid-way and protect back to tier 1. Zohan so far looking good as the flicker will be missed, but that's a flicker being used up by Unseen as well. So technically a 40-second cooldown for a 120-second cooldown is a very good exchange, I believe.
Yeah, it's a W1 at that too. But the thing is, the first build onto the Scrappy is already inside of Clear, and it's not doing much because he has no kills at all. But Prime, I think it's gonna be taken low though.
Low, that's the power to hold into your hand, I believe it is Iris. But if Brian makes up a wishing lantern though, even the Esmeralda will not please having that much of a chance. That's gonna be a melt on the Alice? Who's gonna melt the Alice? Goddamn, Unseen. I don't know what that decision making was, because Zara is just gonna be marking down Minty right now, and Farsa is one of the easiest targets for him to take down along with the Harris, I believe.
That's why they are actually a bit moved, because they should have actually been moved onto the backline as well. But the thing is, Sai has been doing a really good job of trying to zone away Midlane, but look at that damage though.
Yep, and this one in, and Kara will be able to find the into Inlo as Pavilion takes down Dusty Media, but Hayabusa is now finally in the fight. He's gonna find another kill onto C, but now it's back on the 4 people in front of him. But the Esmeralda is definitely zoning people away, and that's gonna be another feather airstrike, perfectly landing on the Cloverian as well as Unseen. Both of them on the same KD actually, 1, 5, and 3.
1, 5, and 3, and it's perfectly well done. I think, the feather airstrike it's outranging everyone coming from the side of Leaf Esports, even though they were trying to focus a little bit too much on the mid lane. He's always going to be flickering away with wings by wings again, and even if he gets caught into the midst of it all, there's always going to be time for his team to always come back again. And I think Leaf, they are going to be focusing more onto the Farsa rather than to either Harris at this point of a time, because I think Harry can be still quite handleable by the Esmeralda, but unless he's built up those needed items, that's still necessary. But what? Look at those though. Shadow kill, not gonna be dealing enough of the damage.
Exactly so. And she is definitely trying to hold the game a bit for his team, and he is doing a pretty good job at that, I would say. Because technically enough, Jushin is on one of the best players along with Lancelot, so he has been providing some games for the team to try and hold on to the game. Map-wise, team Leaf Esports has one advantage, so that's a disadvantage for the side of Team ZOHUNT because they are leading in terms of kills, but the goal is equal, and the map advantage is in the hands of Leaf Esports.
Yeah, the map advantage is still definitely going to be out there too. And you know, the fact that Xar hasn't been taken down, look at that though.
Yep, that's gonna be the other strike once again. Blade trying to mark down Sheik. Again, that easy kill for him, right? The flicker was too late for the Hayabusa stack to be perfectly on point. Sar definitely trying to deal some damage just to easy, just soaking it all up into the middle. While Lisa tries to find a taunt drills, but will miss it out on prime. But they are moving towards the Lord now. Hayabusa doesn't have the ultimate. They could look for it, but instead I believe that they will be trying to look for more of a kickoff than the Lord directly, because Dusty can just go in for a backline setup, but then Hayabusa would be there to finish him off.
You know, the fact that Sar hasn't been that much of a he hasn't been taking that much of a damage coming through from the side of has been in favor for them coming again. This is only the sole reason why they're winning out trade, but look at that though.
That's gonna be the flicker I told you about. We're actually landing perfectly, but Reza is gonna see the way the Lord from 4 people. Insane, and he actually dodges the shuriken from Blade. So, I do not know why he was not playing Lancelot before this. Alice manages to escape, and he doesn't manage to escape, I'm sorry. But Mintley is gonna be taken down by the Esmeralda once again, but Esmeralda is out of mana now, so he needs to play it safe. He can't really region as much as he would want to. Alice is gonna get taken down. The Sky Pierce, he will stack up a bit for Bavarian, but the Shadow kill is perfectly not doing, doesn't miss any more shadows, and it's gonna be a kill for Blade all over again. As the stats, they are lacking the numbers, and this Lord right in. He tries to get an out of 2 4 mega kills for Blade. That's 40 stats for him. So technically, ZOHUNT has managed to find this Lord.
I think it's definitely okay that they are still able to find so much out there, even if they lost out the lore with the rotation. Reza has been buying so much time for the team because of the way he was able to get out those objective lures and turtles, and this is actually helping them stay into the team, stay into this game as long as possible. And the fact that he already is starting to hard a lot also is going to be in favor for them too. But the thing is, Hayabusa here, Blade at this point of time, whenever he lands his caught setter, it's definitely going to be a sure kill for him. 47 stack is big enough for Hayabusa, but mid lane though, Reza.
Oh, he dodges the tech charge so well. Wow, the insane timing, and Indy is gonna get taken down once again. The team ZOHUNT are losing a bit of that early advantage that they had, and I think it's solely because of just Sar being so omnipresent with that as well.
Yeah.
Find a way to shut her down, because technically she's just soaking every single ounce of damage, and I think that Eric is gonna need the Wishing Lantern no matter what this time.
A Divine Glaive is gonna be not enough. I think it's more an item necessary for this for his side too. But I kind of like the fact that mid lane is trying to focus more onto the Genius one, because of course into the later part of the game, this is already almost the late part of the game. It's gonna be very prio here against the Esmeralda or whoever tankiness he have onto the other side. That is must be unseen from unseen as well. But looking at the position of Blade, they might want to find a pick off here. Can they?
Yeah, they need to pick up onto the Clovarian now. Blade is gonna get the cold shadow heal, but Clovarian, can you? No, you can't. The Sky Pierce is such a scam item in situations like this. And he's gonna find Unseen, but the jungler has been taken down. Prime is getting all the shield he could want in the world. That's a double knock from the Grok. And Dustin Miller is trying to look for a little bit of a setup, but the damage from Cloverian needs to find the action for us on the brute force for himself if they want to contest this. But with Hayabusa down, they've got 15 seconds on the clock to take the slot. Are they gonna rush it? Zohan isn't gonna let them take it so easy. They are gonna charge down, especially Dusty and Lulu. They will definitely have to find a way. Half HP Blade is still a bit far away. Dusty is very, very low. Chaos Raider secured by Riza is low though, and Prime sends back out. He realizes that he cannot really kill this out there. Back by Prime, but that's gonna be a pot shadow kill onto the 3 people at the back side, but damage doesn't really lock in, so Blade, he will finally possibly be taken down. Tech charge just to dodge, flicker away, Phantom Execution will miss by just a bit. 3 people with no proper wave clear and an advanced slot. What can Zohan do here?
Yeah, that is an unfortunate way that he will be coming away from it right now, but a good job, but a lot of damage coming through. I think they are able to turn it away, but it's not that much of a high HP loss, so I think they can definitely AP loss. He could have given time, thus the sustaining core is not there. He will not be getting any kills just yet, right? But they are still able to defend, so that is a good one too. But Sarah, Riza has been so consistent to the level. I can't believe he did not pick up these earlier.
Hey? Oh no, Asimizo, he gets the Divine Judgment onto him, but he still sustains it and flickers away from danger. But Prime's gonna find Unseen though, and he's still going in a little bit more. He still has damage for the airstrike and the anti-heal effect from the feather going on. Sorry, anyway, Prime does have the command force, but is he gonna use it? He's gonna have it in like 3 seconds. Yeah, that's it. It's back. Watch how to kill. It works out. Tara's gonna be taken down. That's will definitely be frontlining all over again.
Oh man, this is a battle of XP laners here, as we can see. So for the battle of sustains coming through, whoever have a go longer sustain will be able to survive and help the team to the team fight. And I think the fact that Wishing Lantern has already been built up away by Prime is gonna help him to take Sar down as well. There's one of the
Fight break out, and on the mid side we will be seeing Blade. That's gonna be Cloverian and Blade definitely just trying to find the kills. That's gonna be 2-4-2 so far with the trying to mark down She. Cloverian is gonna find the backup. Trying to sustain it all. The Divine Judgment and Sky Forces, that should be enough.
Okay.
Enough for Cloverian to secure that kill.
Finally a kill onto the tanky frontliner for the side of ZOHUNT here. I think this should be a possible end if they are able to play this out by midnight. This is so nasty of a first. Buying them a lot of time to survive here, so they are able to play it out a little bit of a time for Lulu to come through here again. He's out there. Even Hayabusa is gonna be out in no time. But look at that! What? Unseen?
Unseen, the mistakes you make. Oh my god, and now She is gonna be taken down as well. They were so close to clearing this base, but now the load is up and they've lost 2 core members. The only thing ZOHUNT needs to do here is ask Blade to put that retribution, use it perfectly on time so Riza doesn't steal it away. But what can they do other than that? They just have to take the Lord. Sarah is gonna zone people, obviously, but Blade, he just needs the retribution, and all we have to do for that is zone Riza. Oh no, the base.
They wanna go back? Let's go back.
Oh no. Oh Jesus, what?
Alright, they are able to fight it! Oh my goodness, that was a good set. Oh man, a good defense from Ilua. That was a good wall that he have created, joining away.
Nice.
But yeah, it's still a good one for the side of Leaf here, because Riza still survive. But Blade, though, he's got to be careful. Divine Judgment is coming.
Oh my god, insane blade. One retribution,
Blade?
one retreat.
Blade?
No! Ah, Lisa's gonna get it, and he's gonna get taken down, in fact. And she will be finding that kill, and now they can just charge down mid with two people away. But that's the best course of action. The base is literally at 1 HP. It's just gonna take like two basic attacks from the range.
I don't know, man. Blade. He's never been good under retribution, man. But hey, we gotta give him some slack because it's Frieza. Let's just say he's got a 100% retribution rate in this game so far, especially when it is needed. Now Evolve Lord coming in, they do have a good clearance from the side of ZOHUNT here, but one ult from Unseen is gonna be all it takes for them to burst them Prime and Prime without the immortality. Can they do it?
The Lord is gonna charge in. That's the user just trying to zone away the Lord as far as holding. Oh no, the method airstrike. Oh damn the damage. But he's gonna flip her out. Still not able to push in somehow. The Lord is getting chopped down.
Oh.
Lisa is taken down. Asar is the only one with full HP right now. She is also getting targeted so much. But Dusty Mizo, holy, he's stopping the minions as much as possible. The variant takes down Inu. Watch out, kill. Defender's gonna lock in. And ZOHUNT, did we really manage to pull off another defense against a 20-minute Lord?
How are they able to defend that with so much boost coming through? I mean, I'm pretty sure that is gonna it's something to do with the lack of dive coming through from the side of Leaf, but it could have been a possible one because it was a very evolved lore, by the way. But the clearance coming through from the side of Johan is definitely gonna be in favor for them because they had the Grok to drag away, and we have a retaining wall against base and the lore too. But that was well defense coming through. It could have been better if Kavarian was able to focus onto the base, but he was actually so far behind because if he go kneel it, the rains coming through from the alleys or even the smart force is definitely gonna be taking him down, and you don't want to die in case they end the game. But Sardo is getting engaged upon. I don't think that's a very good engaged Dusty, but yeah, the team will be back on time. No Tron of Ruin whatsoever to come through, but still ZOHUNT, they need to defend out just a little bit, stay into the team fight, and when the next slot is up, they should contest it or it should be an end.
Exactly. The next Lord is gonna be the make it or break it, and especially the minion pressure that's gonna come in from all the lanes, and they need to keep one person at the base all the time.
Yeah.
You just need one retribution for your team, and if you can go in for it, it will be a big deal. But right now, they're trying to just mark down the Esmeralda burst.
Wait, what?
Oh no, but this could mean, well, two things. Yep, Ruiz is gonna secure the Lord. He's gonna get targeted down quite a lot. Tech down.
Hey!
Okay. But watch out, okay. Onto the backside. Crazy things from the side of ZOHUNT, but with one member down, they should be able to have a tier 1 finally, because the main frontline from the side of Elite Esports is kind of gone.
Oh man, the amount of blunders that we can see from Juan is just too much most of the time. Hey, well, it's a funny banter that we usually see, but now that another Evolve Floor is coming through within 3 minutes, by the way, no Star is yet to come through here yet again. What pick off on Blade is gonna be needed here? But oh my goodness, it's been taking a lot of damage from Clavarian. But the thing is, for ZOHUNT, they need to have a good stun on Clavarian, but they also need to have the control of the base. But oh, look at that mid lane.
Yep, look at that indeed. Oh no, Blade is gonna be taken out very low by Riza. Riza still has the punches to go in for Blade, and he is actually going in for it. Hayabusa! Holy so damn cool.
Blade.
No way, Blade just died. That's gonna be a chaos throw-in onto Talia, and the Lord is gonna be charging it down, but that's the win. But finally from Elo, the Feather Strike is gonna do quite a lot of damage, but the base is so low and the minions are too strong for the side of Team ZOHUNT to handle, and finally a 1 and 2 and 1 point in favor of Leaf Esports. We'll be going to game 4.
Oh man, this is so classic Ekmezu from this team that we can see so far. Amazingly well done, Leave. I think it could have been a a fumble because Claverian has been taken down to the early stage of the game most of the time, and then he was 5 deaths down, and then he came back and he got his stacks into the sky pitch up until the 50, and I think that was the reason why they were kind of losing on. But Star, amazing sustain that he can see onto the Esmeralda. He wasn't taken down, and they needed for John. They needed like 4 resources for just one person, and when the resources was already down, it's gonna be obviously a good re-engagement coming to for their side. But we gotta have a huge respect on Riza onto the retribution though. Amazing, 100% onto the game, and I think that's the sole reason why they were able to end out the game very easily.
Exactly. Not very easily, of course, but I
Yeah,
think
a
that's
bit. Yeah.
yeah, that's the reason they ended the game in the first place. Also,
Mm,
Claverian on to the Granger this time around. I think his performance was like 5 times better of what it was in the previous 2 games. And it's despite Blade and Prime having so much of lead in the early game, it kind of fell off in the late. So I think they need to re-strategize, and to see that strategy coming in from these 2 teams, we'll be back with Game 4. Oh, we
hey,
are back
direct.
with Game 4.
Okay,
Yep.
there we go. This is gonna be direct. Yeah, this is what we want then. Match point for the Savage
I've
ZOHUNT,
been
but still,
waiting for
for
too long.
Leave, they kind of needed another game to come true for their side too. But Carry Ben again, Freya should be gone too. I think this time around. Oh
I
wait,
am a
now that
daughter
I
of
think about it,
Northern Your team
Granger
is going
is
to
a
protect
win
it till
for
my
both
last breath.
teams, so maybe they can keep the Granger for themselves,
Thorns
have a contest
remain.
onto it too.
Should
Your
petals
team
Oh,
is
fall?
this time
banning.
around, there's a mad respect for the
Yeah,
Lancelot.
interesting. I mean, they kind of just know that the Lancelot is just one of those heroes of the Retribution who just can't be won against. And judging from the fact that Blade, maybe just
Your
another version
team
of
is
Ben.
banning.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we do. That's
Yeah,
a Mizo.
exactly. And so they just want to make things a little bit easier for Blade right there. Kadita ban, of course, a respect. Freya is a respect. We'll see the Sora
Yep.
ban quite possibly up next and give Mintley the Jushin for himself. But Leaf Esports will be the one to ban the Jushin up next. That's
Yeah.
gonna leave the Grok open for Illu.
I think this was a red side grog, right? This dude plays the grog even in his sleep, so I don't know what happened to that ultimate. I hope it's not a repeated tech threats that we're gonna be seeing. But the thing is, this time around,
The clouds are ever shifting.
okay,
Your
sorry,
team
This
very,
heart
very well
remains
predicted. They
steadfast.
only changed up onto the Lancelot. See, I think they already catch up to the where the opponent is gonna be for Leaf, but even Leaf also caught up on what they can bend away. I think Fanny is a no go. Hayabusa is so much easier to handle than the Fanny here at this point because of course not very good under the retribution as well. So these either have to be a Grok or a Jushin. Personally, I would ban out the Jushin. I cannot handle the Jushin.
Butterflies
Yeah,
born
there we
by
go.
thy wish.
Your team is
Guided
picking.
It's
by
a
lantern
very
flight.
obvious kind of
Yeah.
Valor
what's
and
it called?
royalty in a
Oh,
dead
wow.
body.
Okay.
Dude's had enough, man.
Dude's had it now. It's just like I am not going to let you pick your hero again. It's mine this
Not now.
time. I will deny you that Leomord. You go for your Fredrin, I don't care. But I'm gonna deny you the Lancelot and the Leomord. But he could also go in for the Yisujin this time, Riza. That
Yeah.
would also work out. Unseen can pick up the Grok if he wants to. She could go in for the Eve, and they could also go in for what's it called? The Claude onto the goal lane this time.
Granger has been highly contested, right?
See value in me?
Oh, there we go. It's gonna be
You
a
should.
Fredin. Okay, they don't care. They just want a Fredin and a Grok, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Grok is much more
Your
prominent
team is
here.
online.
So now the question arises again. Do you want a Hilda against a Grok? Or do you want a Khalid for Ilu? I'm pretty much gonna be liking the Khalid rather than the Hilda. And then again, they kind of have to prioritize onto Midley's hero. Wait, no, it's not needed. They can prioritize onto Prime's hero here. So does he want the Granger?
Allow me
Oh, wow.
to lead the charge.
Okay,
Play
there,
the
that's gonna be
hero.
the
Your
new
team
dog.
I will be
Okay.
the truth
There
this
we go.
world
Okay, fine.
desperately
Good choices. We
needs.
could just zone out she and Claverian both with the Yuzhong. Good good decision making. Hilda is for the early game poke and late game markdown onto the MM and everybody. But
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, they do need some late game secure. Maybe Prime could go in for the Harriet or the Granger for himself
Mm-hmm.
again. But the carry and the Claude are still choices left open for him. To the hands of Leafy Esports, though, do they deny the Farsa or the Eve, or do they deny the Claude or Granger is gonna be the question here.
The thing is that here, if they play the
Let my
Granger,
bullets
be
the
the nails
Farsa or
in
the
your
Eve can come true, and the Harriet, right? Because we can see that, okay, they can bend the Harriet and the Claude here. The thing about the mates is that they can let go. Actually, they can counter pick it so
Magic
that
is
they can
my
let it go.
life.
So
Your
that is gonna
team
be
is
a solid
banning.
choice of ban. And now, okay, this is gonna
Come
be a
and
same
join
choice of
me
pick.
in my
Lunox
Your
taken
dream
team
away.
is
world.
See
banning.
was amazing onto the Lunox too. This can be a Claude ban. If they don't want the another problem or a Farsa because just because of the grandeur. But then again, I feel like they can handle the Farsa against the Grow because it can be cancelled out quite easily.
Exactly. So
What?
the Farsa should
Come
be a
on,
barrier, but
Dexter.
yeah, it's
It's
the
our
Your
Harriet
showtime.
team
Oh,
Morgan.
is banning.
that's
Well
fine. That's
predicted, right there.
Already got him
And
lined up
it's
in
gonna
my
be a
sights.
friendly
Your team
ban all
is
over again.
picking.
Yeah, Kimmy and Lunox are gonna be the standard for the side of Team ZOHUNT. Now she can easily lock in the Eve Rock combo along with the Granger and the Predator. I think that's gonna be pretty deadly for
Mm-hmm.
them there. So the draft this time around, the draft is favoring Team Leafy Sports for now. But the last
Mm-hmm.
two picks from the side of Sohan are gonna define a lot as to how they
Yeah.
decide to counter. The Farsa could also be a choice here, but against the Dragon, I don't think it's that valid.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, the Eve is the best choice.
If they can pick out the Eve here, the thing is, John's putting the decisions into the
I
hands
will
of.
choose my own
Wow,
path.
okay,
Oh,
Star.
okay, okay,
It was
okay.
kind of okay. There we go. But then it's gonna be a losing lane, right, against the Yuzhong. But
Nah,
you can
our lot
definitely
wins.
do a losing lane. Yeah.
Yep, our lot
Okay, there we
wins.
go. It is gonna be a better one at that too. Prime. He's gonna be choked down because there's not much of a hero choice that I can go to. Is Alcida, I would love it because it's kind of used against the Granger into the scenarios. But then again, Minley have a greater option here. But I would like if he can go for the
Among the
Jietian. But then
planes
again, will they
exists
lick the
the
damage? And I know
equilibrium,
it's gonna be
which
weird also
I
because they're
was
gonna be
made
licking at the damage
for.
with the Jietian here. So it's gonna be into the hands of Prime Man. He's gonna be the source of the damage. What does he want here? No. Okay. CC?
My
Oh,
kiss.
what?
What?
Will
Your
it
team
grant
is banning.
Okay.
immortality
Oh,
This
okay.
guy's are trolling.
or
I
death?
think it's Alice EXP and Jean Gold. That's a better the
Mm,
trajectory to look at
yeah.
this because you do not want an Alice in the Golden. Oh my god. But the Eve is a good pick. Eve is definitely
Yeah.
very good against the Fredrin and it's also a deny. What is she gonna pick here? The Farsa? Farsa will get highly countered by the Leo and the Zhong Zacian. Uh
No.
Not a big
Wait,
fan
wait.
of
What
that
do what
either.
do you think about the Novaria though?
Wait, what? I
What do
mean,
you think
no,
about the Novaria?
Novaria
Great
could
Novaria.
work out. It could work out, but
Permission to come
she
aboard,
is
Captain.
Cyclops. Oh
Oh
my
yeah.
god.
There
I
we
mean,
go.
okay, fine. Let's see how that one works out.
Late game, right? Late game is what they want to bank on. When you have enough frontliners like that. What you wanna have a magic damage into the mid side that is strong also. Unlike Johan, this is such a classic Johan man. The draft is like very unpredictable sometimes, and you don't know what's gonna be into the hands of who. And we have thought that the Yuzon could have been better into the gold lane side rather than the Alice, but then the Alice is gonna be into the gold lane this time around. So they are highly dependent on the damage from the Leomord as well as the Eve that can come through into the early stages of the game. But the fact that the Leomord is gonna be needing that early turtle for the snowball to come through is definitely going to be hurting them quite a lot. And this is a lineup without a plan B. For the side of Leave, though, they are highly going to be focusing onto the late game because they have a Granger and a Cyclops altogether. Of course, they do have the damage and the sustain too. But for Johan, they need that early game. They need the snowball, or I don't think they can make it to the late games.
Exactly. So far, so good. Both the drafts are like a very classic comfort drafts. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will be stepping right into the Land of Dawn, the very high stakes game. This time,
Okay, again.
unseen. Oh my! This is probably like the fourth fail. I'm just so sorry about that, but holy, it's funny to watch. But okay, you get it right. The fifth time's the charm, and team, all the best.
Yep.
For now, Dusty Mizo and Yulu are gonna go in for
Wow.
a fast cut onto that lane, which means that there's gonna be an instant invade. Not the best of situations to be in for Riza, since he's a Fredrin. He's gonna lose out on a lot of farm.
Oh
He should have
man.
just wait. Where is his blue?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
What? Blade! Ah, you nasty, disgusting dude. He stole the blue when Ilya
Oh
was
my
busy
god.
bullying Rita. Oh no, this is what the early start of the game we were looking for, right? We were talking about this. Ugh, man, Johan, that's a... What is this move?
It's a 5Q tactics which these days people are using in solo queue as well. Personally, being a victim of it, and also the hunter and victim are the same.
Hunter of it? Oh, okay.
Don't worry, guys.
You have a boost these, right?
Yeah, but you can just recover from it because you have a Cyclops and Ranger onto your team. All you need to do is cut that effect. Prime here definitely gonna be taking his fair share of damage though from both Claverian and Unseen. But Riza here is definitely on the back foot after losing that buff. He's not gonna be level 4 at the turtle unless he can get some of that small farm, which he isn't gonna get either. And if you look at Blade, he hasn't even taken his red yet. Oh no, he hasn't.
He hasn't. Okay, so that I think he's trying to get to the level 4 even before Visa, or level 5 even before Visa is. But top lane, Dusty.
Dusty. Oh my god. What? Dusty Weasel. What version of Dusty is this, Debbie?
Oh man, I haven't. Oh, what is this? Oh goodness, that was amazing, man.
Yeah, that was
Dude.
such a beautiful play. Holy, that's like a 3-man petrify and then sustaining from that point on. Insane. Hey, but Blade really didn't take his red or what? I can still see it on the map though, and he doesn't even
Yeah,
have it.
he didn't.
Oh
He's
my
just farming on Riza's lane. This is
Jesus.
such a oh man, this is
Disgusting strategy, I would say.
oh, this is oh man. I don't think the lineup. They are focusing so much onto this Inu though. I hope he dies, man.
I really hope he does because I mean, yeah, they've got the Cyclops into their hands. They've got a Brock. No, man. Okay, and Prime gets a beautiful setup. She has to flicker out. Frederick is gonna get taken out. Blade is still dealing quite an amount of damage. RW and 3 people. Definitely a good amount of damage there. The double kill for Mintley instantaneously. And Team ZOHUNT this time. Oh no, warning shots from Inlu. But Cloverian did cancel the recall and he's got to walk right next to the wall. So scared of it right now. He's just scared out of his wits to even go out of that range, I believe.
Oh man, if the Grok should be the one who can stop these kind of plays, but he hasn't been able to do it. Oh, never mind. Look at that. Oh, finally.
Indeed, has
Finally.
Yep, finally a kill onto Mintley, which is a very good thing. And I think she's the one who got it. Yep, that's him. Prime here, just cutting off the lane, so Cloverian is gonna take the crab though, I feel it. That should be an easy crab. Prime can just escape that first kill. It is there to back on Riza, definitely chunking down Riza every single time he tries to go near a black box creep. Riza's wrap, it's not really gonna do anything except just tickle Prime a bit. Cloverian is gonna force push back to the second turret, which is very bad as a Ranger. Ilu is getting forced down quite a bit. Prime will go here thanks to Sar, but the chaos is the backup though. He doesn't have and yeah, that's gonna be a kill for Dusty.
he got solo killed by Elu too, so not the best case scenario for SR Club to come through because he hasn't even gotten out the talisman, so the cooldown is not gonna be that insane onto the ultimate too. I feel really bad, but Riza right now finally trying to do something, but the bluebird is not there, and Blade Man got the nasty combination, but Melee flicker forced away, so that was a good one, and a good RWM as well. Just a level 5 to a level 8 jungle onto the other side. Look at that.
Yep, and as far as we can see, Clavarian definitely gonna be turned down very, very low by both. What?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Ilu and Unseen are just long lost brothers at this point. just brother stuff, bro. They are just chilling at this point. Zar is gonna get taken out by Winfrey. That's gonna be a flicker being wasted though, but it's fine since they are dominating at the moment. She picked up on the entire talisman, which means it's gonna hurt more. Winfrey definitely enjoying this game of me right here because this is such a league game. Both sides could have played it, but now they just wanted the cycle kill for Winfrey, but it's Flipper coming in tonight. RWN too long. Sarah's gonna miss out on flying slash as well. Trying to hide them on the back side, but no, he's not gonna be finding anybody, and they're just gonna back off and take down the turrets instead. Stimiza though. Oh no. Bye bye. Ovarian.
That's a sayonara, right? Continue phase. Every boost is unsafe. You know, because they have been living into the lane, into the jungle, and every time we use them on you, because we really can't have a dragon though, for that.
Yes, the dragon is gonna go in again, and it's gonna be Chaos Ruin onto Riza, and he's gonna get taken down by Blade. And right now she is trying to move forward, and he's actually escaped, but no time is gonna secure the kill. Ilu is gonna get taken down. That's the turret damage working in Cyclops' favor. Like, had Clovarian's basic attack needs, that could have saved the stack of the Skypiea support. Final slash just to clear out the minions, so for the Winter to stop up. Prime is actually dealing quite a lot of damage as a bully, and that is mighty commendable for him since we haven't usually seen him play that hero in the tournaments.
Yeah, it's kind of his ring kind of hero, whenever the tournament. They don't have that kind of late game that we were talking about, like no faces of any marksman, but they are banking on the early game that they have right there, and they are doing it because they have the snowball, they have the damages done, and I don't think anyone has a good timing. So the side of leave as well, because 2k goal is not the best goal for Riza. It's already 7 minutes of the game, and Blade is so ahead. He just finally got a 3k onto his goal, and then Blade's already 3 experience levels upped onto his side. Riza, man, it would have been much better if he had the long pass, so it doesn't get it away. But look at that Bavarian. Oh, they already bursted out the holy blessing again.
Yep, that's gonna be an 8-minute holy blessing indeed. Again, the final slashers will be missed this time. Stars our Lord is not being so influencing onto the map this time. And ZOHUNT have just found their way into this game. They are on a 12-3. Complete repetition of the first round, but just doing it better, I believe, in a different draft altogether. So technically, the only way they come back from this team in Esports is if they get the time to scale up the lantern and blowing one and everything, and if Sar lands a proper final slot for the first time in this game, and Flavarian gets the stacks onto its Skypiea. But that is something which is going to be very difficult to see, so we will have to watch out as to what happens in this game.
That's what we are waiting for. Yeah, they are rusting quite a lot, and what is going to be up in less than 20 seconds here. Riza not even given his rebirth here. That's going to be a tough flicker.
She onto Destiny. He's finally gonna get taken down. The RWN and the combination of the Chaos Ruin. He's gonna find a quick onto C as the takedown Sara as well out of near the blue bar. Riza will be forced to back off Kaveri this time to deal as much damage as he possibly can, but it's not gonna be worth anything. The Winter is there to just guide them, to just keep them in their places. Bavarian, all he can do right now is try and stand up as much as possible.
waiting for that, and they did not take the deaths of their XP laner that well because they traded out with 3 of the kills, and of course she is 4 deaths down. He got soloed everywhere, but he's still able to have the gold here, even though they are so far behind because that is actually a big kill over the game right now. And it's still a lot taken away. They should back away.
And now we should be seeing Black Dragon trying to mark down She as well as Clovarian. It's gonna get the better fight. Yeah, that should be okay. That it is okay after all. The damage from the Dusty Mizo is actually pretty good right now, and he is doing a fantastic job of zoning people away. But these people have all used up their spells, so by the time the Lord comes up, they won't really have the sources to engage as much as they would have wanted to.
I think there's that's gonna be another waste, and Fantasy enough to take Star down, take Churchill, kind of use it out, but back we go. That's gonna be a figure away. A lot gonna be marching to the inside here. They're still having the holy blessing, but they can cancel it out quite easily with the minions that they have right now, mid and top, because the bot one was already gone. So ZOHUNT, they kind of waited for the Lord to match so that they will be able to go for the full on aggression because they have a lot of dive here. They had Fantasy, they have the Throne of Ruin as well. But looking at the build so far, I think the Hunter Strike was enough to take Bavarian down, so I'm pretty worried for this dude even if they're able to survive. They will just put like a maze and again this night's two Riza, though it's very squishy.
Exactly, so Blade is gonna find the kill. Unstoppable onto Riza right away. The Sonic Readiness is working, and the Sting is definitely just circling the sky around, and he can go in at one hand if he wants to. He's gonna miss out on that. Yeah, that's strange. I mean, it happens to the best of the people, and it happens to the best of them this time. And ZOHUNT, will they have to just back off and clear out the lanes if they are pushing with the killers? I think she finally has some of the damage this year, but Reed is doing much more damage than we want them to see. And yeah, that's not something and the combo from the Alice at some time. That's gonna be an instant 4-man getting taken down. Again, it's just She left alive. This is like what, the 3rd or 4th time we are seeing She being left to just defend everything against 4 people on his wall. He just wants to go in the turret and okay, fine. Alright, no worries, but he is gonna find the kill for you. That's the synergy of ZOHUNT. They're being finished it off.
That was amazingly well done, but this time around this could be a possible end, but a lot of low HP situation with that when they have to back away. The wall is gonna be set in, stuffing out the minions to come through, and yeah, they have still one more chance to survive. But yeah, we need to focus on the build of She right now. He's got the concussive, he's got the concentrated immunity as well as the anti-heal, the glowing one, but he's kind of needing the Xenius one as well as the Holy Crystal if he's gonna be the main damage source here. You know, someone once said that a Neve Void Blast dealt much more damage than the RWM, and now I kind of believe it. I kind of believing it.
The lightning is just one of those criteria, so it works out. I mean, wow, I guess.
You know, this is Minlay's build, okay? I have never seen this kind of build on unless except for him. Because people usually go for the glowing one, and then they usually go for the wings, the blood wings, or either the blood wings or the whizzing lantern. But this dude said, nah, I wanna have a rebellion for myself. I wanna have the damage all onto my hands. I want that lightning transient and go for the damages. And I think the damage is perfectly well done here because we can see that he was able to poke them quite a lot. Even with the penetration that he have on the divine blade, is definitely gonna be enough for their side too. So a lot already taken. The mid lane is what they wanna focus on. It's still not an evolve lore, but every inhibitor has been opened up by the side of ZOHUNT here. They got to sing in. They have a lot of dive. Dusty cannot die now because if they die, if he dies, they won't be able to end it.
Yep, that's what. And right now the Lord is gonna be charging down again. No inhibitors this time to defend anything. The wall is gonna come in, but Blade is straight away gonna go inside. Yes, and he will find the kill along with Alice and the RWM. Oh no, Riza is trying to mark down Winsley so hard, but he's just gonna find the kill. Only one kill on team this time. The base is far open than I wanted it to, and that's gonna be an end. And ZOHUNT will be the champions.
Victory!
Have your champions, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be the Winter Showdown Series 1 champion. ZOHUNT, by the way, with Blade as the MVP. There was a good abuse of a draft and a good assault onto the side of Leaf Esports. That we did have a scoring of a 4-1, 3-1. So there was a good response coming through from the side of Leaf. It wasn't a clean sweep, by the way. So amazingly well done for the side of Team Zone. I hope they stay this well in there because there was a weird kind of combination that we have witnessed, and I'm all in for it. Finally, a drama into the end of the game.
Yep, that's gonna be it, ladies and gentlemen. ZOHUNT are your champions of the Winter Showdown, hosted by SG Esports, and we will be ending the stream here. Thank you for staying with us so long. This was me, Sarah, alongside Debbie, and I hope you were able to enjoy the games that we put forward. But that's gonna be it for this time. We will see you soon once we see you again in the next tournament. But for tonight, have a good night, ladies and gentlemen, and see you next time.
Nothing can withstand the withering. Against the endless erosion, my strength grew weaker by the day.
True power dwells within the spirit. Try to embrace all that you are.